And I'm so excited that you decided to click on this video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you more Valentine's Day DIYs and crafts that I actually end up using right behind me on this fireplace. So if you are new, welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up and share it with anybody that you think could possibly be inspired by some Valentine's Day decor. I mean, who knew, right? Today's video is also a part of a challenge. So the challenge host is Heidi, and I'm gonna link her channel in my description box, and you guys can go ahead and check her out. And I'm also gonna put the playlist down in the description box as soon as it's released. It's gonna be released in a couple of days, so just give it maybe 2 days until Wednesday at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because then the playlist is gonna go live, and then you guys can check out every other YouTuber who decided to take part in this challenge and hopefully maybe get some inspiration to start crafting or to add some additional decor to your home for this little Valentine's Day season. So without any more delay, let's get straight into the video.
Okay, let's do this. I got these wooden letters from Dollar Tree. This little picture frame from Dollar Tree as well. So I'm just gonna take out the wooden heart center and get it prepared to paint it. I didn't do anything extra. I just got my ballerina pink Waverly chalk paint from Walmart and used the foam brush that I got from Dollar Tree, and I didn't do anything extravagant or special with it. I just basically painted it with that beautiful pink color that I'm now obsessed with during this Valentine's Day season. Who knew decorating for Valentine's Day would be so much fun? I mean, any excuse to put pink all over the house is a good, season for me. So I'm also gonna go ahead and paint the heart just white. I just used this acrylic paint that I got from Walmart as well, and I just painted it white, went with the grain, and that was it. I really wanted it to be a bright white to stand out in the middle of the picture frame because I'm gonna layer it with another heart in the middle. So you'll see that in just a second. Right now, I'm gonna get those wooden letters and spell out the word hugs, and I'm gonna paint those in this mineral gray chalk paint that I also got from Walmart. It's the Waverly brand as well. And those brushes came from the Dollar General. Those were $1 for a pack of, I want to say it was about 5 or 6 of them. My kids actually took the other ones and decided to do some painting themselves when I actually was doing this craft. So yeah, I can't remember how many were in there, but this is just me using a piece of scrap cardboard because I don't want to get paint all over my nails, and I really need to get those done. So I need them to look decent for as long as possible. But I went ahead and put in the peg in the back so that it could stand up. And now I'm going to add in my letters. I'm going to attach this lace bow. I'm going to put that heart back. And I'm also going to use this really pretty ribbon to tie in the middle of the lace bow as well. So I'm just going to put the bow at the very top of the picture frame because I wanted to add a little something extra. And if you saw the other video where I decorated my foyer, you'll see how I make these really simple little bows, and the lace ribbon actually came from Walmart as well. Again, I like to play around with the loops before the glue actually dries all the way. And here I'm just cutting on a diagonal at the very bottom of the ribbon, and I'm putting back my middle piece, just securing it with those little black pieces in the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my letters at the bottom of the frame. The little heart that I'm adding in the middle, I got a big pack of those from Dollar Tree as well. So I'm going to add that heart to the center. That's a felt heart, and I just painted it with that ballerina pink chalk paint. So for the next one, I got these 2 for $1 at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use some flowers that I also got from Dollar Tree just to try to make a very tiny little centerpiece type of flower. And I'm actually going to use this to make up a color, a grayish color that I really don't have a name for. I just mixed it until I actually liked the color, and I think it came out pretty well. I wanted it to look more dark and kind of silverish because the other colors that I was going with were very light. So I did want some pops of color where they were darker, and I did it with pink as well, and you'll see that in a sec. I got this moss from Walmart, and I'm going to add that into both of those little flower pots. This stuff got everywhere, guys. And at the very bottom of the pot, I ended up putting a piece of tape because it was getting out all over the place. Now, I'm going to start to cut these off. That's still so funny. Those really did go flying all over, and my son was like, "Oh my gosh, mommy, look." He thought it was hilarious, and so did I. I'm kind of silly, but it was funny. Anyway, so I just play around with this until I get it all formed, and then I end up making another tiny bow out of some ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. It actually was a part of the Easter ribbon collection, and just tied the center with some lace. And now I'm going in with only white in this one. And I add some more of the moss just to keep the flowers a bit closer together. And I got these from Walmart, and those actually were a little bit cheaper than the ones I got from Dollar Tree because these came in a pack of 4. For the next project, I got these shims from Lowe's, and these were actually $4.99. I saw the cutest little wooden ladder on Pinterest, and I said, I wonder if I could make a mini ladder. And I didn't want to get any of my scrap wood out of the garage or to buy any of that project wood because that stuff gets pricey. So I thought, hey, I could get the shims that people use, you know, when they're trying to level off furniture. So all I did was I got 2 pieces and glued them together. I overlapped them just a bit so that I could have some sturdiness in the middle because you can see it angles a bit and it gets thinner as it goes down towards the very end of it, if that makes sense. So I did the same thing twice. So I got 2 more, layered them on top, and all I used was glue from my glue gun. And actually these are Gorilla Glue glue sticks, and they work so well. So now I'm just attaching my middle piece, and I make sure to layer it on top of where I have these 2 shims connecting. So I'm just gonna put it on an angle because I want the look of it being kind of crooked where it's not perfect, and the imperfections are actually what make it unique. So I lay a piece on top, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom, and you can see that it is purposely uneven at the bottom as well. And once I display it, you'll see how it turns out. But that's it before I add any paint to it. So all I'm doing is getting a foam brush that I was already using that had some gray left, and that color is ivory. So that is ivory chalk paint, and I just dab some on the little ladder and I just spread it out. And then I'm seeing here where you can kind of tell where I have some of the gray showing through, but as I get in a little bit right here, you can see it. And now I'm just adding in even more gray. I put some more of the ivory in this cup and watered it down just a little bit, and now I'm adding some more of that ivory on top of the gray too. And then when I go to paint the legs or the steps. I don't know what to call them. I suppose that would be steps if it were the steps for a ladder, but I'm just painting that ivory, and I'm not going to mix that with the gray at all because I didn't want it to be any more than just the one color. And then I go back in with a scrap piece of sandpaper that I just have in my garage, and I just do this to smooth out some of the paint. And I actually did do it on the longer pieces, but I didn't get that on film. Sorry guys. And I'm just tapping off some of the dust. So I got these letters from Dollar General, and I'm going back in with my favorite pink right now, and I'm just going to paint all of the letters the exact same color. So I paint the outsides first so that they can dry, so that I don't forget that, because I have a bad habit of forgetting to paint the outside of my letters, and then I get very irritated when I have to go back and do it after it's already dry. So I said, you know what, let me paint the outsides first and all of the corners and everything before I move on to actually paint the letters. I'm adding a little bit of water to my chalk paint so that I can go ahead and paint it on as smoothly as possible, and this actually helps it to go by just a little bit faster as well. And I feel like chalk paint is already so concentrated that if you add a little bit of water to it, especially to something that you're trying to give a weathered look to, I think it makes it look just fine. I don't think it takes away from it at all, and I don't need a ton of coverage on these letters anyway. So next I'm going to make a bow that I'm also going to be adding to my little ladder, and all I did was cut some long pieces at 18 inches and some shorter pieces at 8 inches. So I'm going to do the cheat method, and I'm going to make the bow by folding it in half. I'm going to overlap each end, and then I'm going to go ahead and make 2 loops per 18-inch piece with this floral wire that I got from Walmart. Now this stuff is really sturdy. I definitely would say if you're doing a serious floral project, use it. But it's really great when you're doing burlap and you don't know how to sew. So I know some people who avoid making bows because they say, well, I don't know how to sew. Well, this is a cheat way. So burlap is gonna have tiny, little crevices where you can kind of make a hole, and it won't really mess up the ribbon because burlap is so sturdy. So if you weave it through and then just kind of pinch as you tighten the floral wire, you'll get that pretty gather in the middle. And then once you have it secured, you just twist it, and then you'll see that it makes it a perfect loop. 1 and 2 loops just like that. I just take the floral wire and go around just to make sure that everything's secured in place, but it's not gonna move, guys. I make these all the time, and I make them this way, and they've lasted for a couple of years on some of the wreaths that I've made in the past. So I make 2 of those, and then you're gonna notice that I'm gonna take the ribbon ends and I'm gonna fold them to the left, and then I'm gonna cut on a diagonal to the left with my really raggedy scissors. Geez, I need some more scissors. And I'm gonna do the same thing to this piece as well. Then all you do here is you crisscross them like you're making an X. Take the floral wire and twist them around each other, 1 from each. And voila, your cheat method for making a bow. So now you have no excuse. So now everybody should know how to make a bow. So now I just take these little pieces and add them on the back, and I'm using my, scissors because I don't want to get burned again today. And then I'm taking that felt heart. I had a ton of those, and that is now my center. Now, I've seen a lot of people using these, and I'm telling you, they were so easy to find. I believe every Dollar Tree must have these. So all I'm doing is taking that one off, and I made myself a little handy dandy sandpaper thingy out of an old foam brush because my sandpaper broke on me on the last one. So I'm just painting this one gray. That's it. Just using that mineral color. Some felt hearts with a little jewel in the middle, and gluing it in the center, and that is it. Now I'm gonna put everything together. Y'all, I can't wait for you to see it finished. It came out so cute. I love it when things work out in reality the way I planned it out in my head. If you understand where I'm coming from, like, leave me a comment. Anybody else feel like that? Because how many times do we try to make things and we think, okay, that didn't work out. And then it's frustrating, or, it's just annoying when you just have this plan in your mind and it doesn't work out that way. But anyway, this did come out really well, and I'm so excited about it. I love, love, love. This has been my favorite craft item this month so far. So now I want to show you how it turned out on my fireplace. I think it came out so cute. And shout out to my husband for dealing with this much pink in the living room. I wanted to get something right under the TV where we have our television mounted, but I wanted to put a cute touch for the holiday in our new house. I told y'all I'll probably decorate for every single holiday because I'm just so excited about the new place, and putting some things in here for Valentine's Day that are easily gonna transition into some of my spring decor has been an absolute blast. This challenge was so awesome, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Remember, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, share this video, like it if you like it. Bye guys.